Gen Z is the loneliest generation due to the lack of communication skills, and I think mostly it's due to the death of shared experiences. Right? If you think about it, in the past, we used to wait for a singular point of time for a singular channel that is broadcasted by a single broadcasting station to broadcast the event that's going on. So most of us would be, I guess, forced to tune in whether we liked it or not because there wasn't much else to entertain ourselves by. But because of it, we would be able to talk about a common topic, which in turn improves the individual's communication skills with one another, and it fosters this community spirit with one another. But we're seeing the lack of this because of the rise of social media, and especially with content being so easily accessible to every individual, right? If we take a look at today, for example, we have content about beauty, sports, and even entertainment itself, right? And within those niche, there's even sub niches, and within those sub niches, there are even more niche that's going on. So two people could have the same interest in sports, let's say, but we would basically not have the same experiences because we will be watching two different content that's by two different content creators, right? So because of that, we are seeing the death of shared experiences, and because there's not much things to communicate to with one another, I guess we are not able to even practice the communication skills with one another. So in turn, that brings us to be more comfortable being alone, being satisfied by our own phone that we are watching content by. But it's pretty weird because as humans, we crave connection with one another. So even though we want to be alone in a way, we need communication with one another. But there's really nothing much to talk about other than NPC talks, right? Nowadays, if you want to have a common topic, is either work stuff, which you do not really want to communicate about work, or you can make yourself time to join an activity group where things will happen. But for the most part, most of the population would not be able to communicate with one another because of the lack of a singular event. And because of that, it's more like a downward spiral that's going on, right? We want to be alone, but we need connection. And we are having mental issues. There's a lot of depression that's going on. And it just forms a negative spiral within the individual. And we are seeing a lot of individualism rising as well, right? With content being so easily accessible, it's actually a good thing that we are able to watch our own interests at our own pace as well. But with this, right, it actually kills the community spirits within the community, right? Everyone is just thinking about themselves. No one is really thinking about the community, and there's no really about helping one another, right? But another thing about these shared experiences is last time celebrities used to be actual celebrities also, right? I wasn't really into celebrities in a way. Like if I were to watch a movie, I wouldn't know who was really acting other than like if you were really really popular, then I would be able to know who you are. But I do not really idolize celebrities. But anyways, right? Celebrities, for example, Britney Spears or Michael Jackson, used to be or felt like a real celebrity because everyone was tuning in to that single event to watch them perform or sing, right? Or maybe on a live talk show, right? For example, Michael Jackson as well, he is like the biggest pop star ever, and no one in our generation ever comes close to him. And that's because basically our content that we are consuming right now is fragmented, right? People like Kai Cenat, Mr. Beast, Logan Paul, Jake Paul, or even the recent Conor McGregor, we are seeing different content that's being fragmented all across the internet. It seems also as well nowadays like if anyone could get popular as well, right? Especially with short form content that's going on, you could get millions of views, but you are not popular in a way as well, right? I remember seeing this boxing celebrity boxing event. I'm not sure what his name was, but he had like 47 million subscribers on TikTok. But I have never heard of him as well, right? That's so unheard of because in the past, if you were a celebrity, you actually was a celebrity, right? Everyone would know who you were. Like even for a person that wasn't really into celebrityship, I, I wouldn't know a celebrity unless I wasn't really interested in celebrities, but I would know a celebrity that is acting in a movie if he was really popular enough. Usually the main actor that was acting, I would know about his name, but I might not know about his personal life, right? And I think that's going too deep into it. But it used to feel like celebrities were really celebrities. Like we were watching like Jackie Chan, we would know who is Jackie Chan, right? We would know who is a Bruce Lee. Sorry, I'm into more into like fighting, so I would talk more about that. But you would know that the movies that they're acting in, right? For now, we are seeing like people with millions of followers, but we have no idea who they are, and it really feels like the death of celebrityship. I don't know if that is a good thing or bad thing, but in a way, everyone is consuming so many different types of content that none of us are able to talk about the same thing, and there's a effect that is going on, right? Everyone is trying to gain attention. Everyone has fragmented attention, fragmented experiences. None of us are able to bond together through something, right? I not sure if that's a good thing because like what I said, the only thing that you can communicate and have a shared experience is to actually join an activity outside of anything that you have. So I guess if you really do crave communication with one another, you could actually join a activity, right? People would be forced to join an activity in order to have that communicating experience, community experience, I mean, as well as practicing of communication skills, right? Communication skills, it seems almost natural to us in the past, but now it's an actual skill that we need to develop. And I guess it's good that we have fragmented skills because those people who truly crave communication and connectivity with one another would get that by actually joining an activity. And more people will be forced to do so instead of just relying on the content that they are consuming online. So I guess in a way that could be a good thing, but for the majority of us where we really lack the energy and time, I guess it's quite a sad thing to see as well, right? If majority of the population is not able to communicate, talk to one another, and continue with this endless cycle of wanting to being satisfied with being alone, but still needing to have connection with one another, I guess it's pretty sad because we are just seeing negative thinking in every individual, and this negative thinking that is compounded within every individual becomes the new community, I guess. Right? Everything is just negative because everyone is thinking in a negative way. I guess if you know what I mean, right? Like everything that we see now tends to be more negative. We think that the world is in a more, I guess, worse state than it was. Or maybe it's true that the today's environment is actually way worse than it was. But I could say also that it's contributed to the individual negative thinking that's being compounded by every individual in that community. It could be due to that, or it could really just be we are actually really living in a really worse time, which I do feel that's the case. But anyways, yeah. So this is just something that I wanted to talk about, the death of shared experiences and how this leads to the death of community as well as just how celebrities are no longer being viewed as celebrities. Like if you take a look, really like Logan Paul, KSI, they already have millions of views, right? It's weird that not everyone really knows them as well, right? Like it used to be a singular broadcasting station would make celebrities, right? But now it just takes an individual to rival a broadcasting station back then, right? So it's I still can't get my head around it, even though I've been living in this time. It almost seems like it is I was in the wrong time or something, but it feels weird to see all this that's unfolding right within our eyes as well. I'm not sure what is the point of all this, right? But yeah, anyways, that's just my thought. I'm not sure how to really word this, but yeah. But thanks for listening to my talks as always, and see you guys in the next video.